been a bit of argy-bargy between the two sides this week. We're all friendly with Scott here today.
Yeah, of course. It's all in good fun, I think. Obviously, that's sort of been a little bit of theatre leading into the game, which is a good thing. Hopefully that boosts the crowd and boosts the interest, particularly for the fans. But it's all a bit of fun between us, I would have thought.
Did you raise an eyebrow when Taylor Adams said what he said?
Oh, no, not really. Obviously, I think it was, as he mentioned, it was probably caught up in the moment. But, look, probably what he said is quite fair. And in response, Bernie was the same. But I don't think there's too much in it, really. It's all a bit of fun, I would have thought. Good for the game.
What did you think, Scotty, when you heard that comment? Did you go, "Oh, I'll have to deflect this one"? Or?
Oh, I seen it straight away, and I had a bit of a laugh because I knew what Taylor was trying to say. It just didn't come out right. So, and as Jonesy said, it's all been a bit of fun, and I don't think Melbourne or Collingwood's going to go out on the weekend and try any harder because of what's been said. And if it does boost the crowd or add a bit of interest to it, I think it's great for both sides because we haven't played finals in a few years. Both teams, and this game, both sides obviously want to play finals this year, and it's going to be a finals-like match of football on Monday.
You and Bernie have had some pretty close battles over the years in the Queen's Birthday game. You expecting him to go into each other again?
Oh, they haven't really been close. He's given me a touch-up last few years. So, but then last year he played off the back flank, I think, and had 40-something. So he's someone that we'll look to put a bit of time into ourselves, and he's been a really important part of Melbourne getting over the line, as well as their midfield the last 3 times we've played them. So we certainly respect Melbourne. We've identified what we think they're really good at, and we'll try and take that away from them.
How excited to see Callum Brown make his debut on such a big stage?
Yeah, really excited. He's a guy that come in and really impressive early, and then got glandular fever and had a bit of an interrupted run, and he's played 5 or 6 games now in the VFL. He won't be overawed by the stage. He's a really hard at it guy, fierce competitor, and we actually seen a photo of him the other day with Gavin running out for his 200th, and he was carrying Cal and just this little guy with massive hair. So it's quite funny to think that Gavin was doing it 30 years ago, and now Cal gets his chance on Monday.
Do you see a bit of his dad in the way he plays?
Well, I don't really remember his dad playing too much. Everyone always talks about how hard and tough Rowdy was, and from what I've seen of Cal, he's certainly hard and tough. So in that regard, they're probably similar.
The Demons obviously, or you guys famously roughed up Jack Watts in his first game. Would you expect a bit of the same to be coming towards Callum?
Yeah, it gets spoken about that incident a lot, but I think the thing that everyone forgets is we gave away a free kick, and we probably got Jack Watts into the game. He wants his first touch straight away, and he got it within 30 seconds of coming onto the ground. So, I can't speak for Melbourne and what they want to do. I'm assuming they're just going to go in and try and win a game of football and not worry too much about trying to target a first-year player, because we've all got targets on our back.
Jamie Elliott's been really important for the forward line since he's come back in. He's obviously out this week. How big's the challenge to get that forward line firing without him this week?
Yeah, he's certainly been a really good player, as you said. I think he's kicked three goals in every game he's been back pretty much, and he works really hard, and we just need guys that come in this week to pick up that slack and just be part of that forward 6. And the guys that come in and get the chance to play that role, we're just looking for the same ability that Jamie plays it with.
What's turned it, Scott? A few weeks ago it was all doom and gloom when it came to Collingwood, and now you've got a spot in the finals up for grabs if you can win this, or in the top 8.
Well, probably externally it was doom and gloom. Internally it's just week after week we want to try and keep improving and be a hard side to play against. And we're looking forward to Monday. It's a really exciting clash, and as I said, both sides around the mark for finals, and but at the same time it's only round 12, so there's still a lot of water to go under the bridge. And I think it's just great that both sides are in good form at the moment, and we come here and hopefully there's 80,000-90,000 people watching on Monday.
And for Solo too, just I suppose, do you expect him to come back and be just that player where he'll kick a couple of goals and step up to the big stage after the last couple of weeks?
Oh, I'm just rapt to see Faz back, and it was really courageous what he did. And he gets his chance on Monday, and we just wanted to come in and play his role. I know that sounds very cliched, but we're not putting, got to come in and replace Billy and kick 3 or 4. Just come in and enjoy being back out there, and it's great to see him put his hand up and be ready to play on Monday.
There's been a recent talk about how negative social media feedback is affecting the mental well-being of players. Do you guys feel a duty as club captains to try and educate and protect your younger players from being affected by this?
Oh, there is a lot of negativity around, and a lot of keyboard warriors out there having a crack at players and things like that. And I think just in general, the media world and players, we've got a responsibility to talk about people in a positive manner, because yeah, as hard as it is for young guys, they all like to read about themselves when it's going well, and they probably haven't figured out yet the tools to not do it as all the time when things aren't going well. So a lot of the senior players now, it's only come in sort of 5, 6, 7 years ago, and I think we've mastered the art of trying to stay away and make sure the guys listen to the people at the football club for their opinions and not worry about I don't want to offend you guys, but don't worry about what the media say.
Do you have a take on that one, Nathan?
Yeah, I think Scott's probably nailed it on the head, really. It's building, particularly educating these younger guys in terms of how to deal with the scrutiny and the pressure, not only from media, but public opinion. And I guess we're all under the microscope a lot of the time, and everyone has a perspective and an opinion on the game and individuals, and that's part and parcel of the game. But these younger guys have to get shown the way in terms of being surrounded by people that respect them, and hopefully they respect the opinions that they're getting, and in the end are able to deal with the other pressures, the external pressures that shouldn't necessarily be a worry, but tend to be if players look too deep into it.
In terms of the season, a lot of people are saying it's season defining, this clash. Does it feel that crucial for you?
Oh no, not really. I think we're probably been a little bit inconsistent this season. We finished off heading into the bye with a really strong performance in Alice. The Pies are in terrific form, obviously winning 3 on the trot in their latest one in Perth, which is pretty big deal. And so we respect them and understand the form they're in, expect their best on Monday. But as far as we're concerned, it's worrying about trying to rectify some of the things that have added to our inconsistency. But we want to play our best footy come Monday, and the result will take care of itself.
Does this feel like it's the biggest fixture for Melbourne of the season? I suppose outside of finals, if you do make them, does this feel like this is the biggest game of the year?
I think Scott probably alluded to it before. Both clubs haven't played finals for some time now, and I guess this presents itself as an opportunity with a finals-like atmosphere, hopefully a finals-like crowd, and both teams are in pretty good form, and we expect it to be a pretty tightly fought contest, and hopefully it's paves the way to, particularly for our young group, to play in front of a huge crowd and play at the level that's expected when you get the opportunity to play in September.
Do you think you'll go
again this week? How tough is the job going to be against Brady Grundy?
I think it's been a credit to our midfield group and overall our team in terms of being able to deal with not having a dominant ruckman there. Both Jake and Max have been down, obviously with injury, but I think we'll look pretty deep into Brodie's performance. Obviously, a key to the Pies' pretty strong midfield. So we'll have our work cut out. There's no doubt about that. But I think the guys that have been in there, Cam Pedersen, Jack Watts, and Tommy McDonald at times have done a terrific job as well. So it has. I don't think it's been a negative for us. It's probably actually helped enhance our group.
I think you guys will go out there and try and put a bit of heat on the first gamer, on Callum Brown.
I wouldn't have thought so. I think we'll go out there and worry about the things that are going to give us the best opportunity to win. Hopefully, take away some of Collingwood's strengths, particularly around their midfield group, and I'll leave that to someone else. Probably whoever lines up on him, he'll expect a pretty tough day. It'll be a pretty tightly fought contest, but as far as singling him out, I wouldn't have thought so.
Scotty, the kicking challenge at training with the beards. What do the wives and girlfriends think of the boys wearing the beards?
They're not massive fans, as you can see. They're not the best looking, and mine doesn't represent a great looking beard at the moment. I'm very patchy, so but yeah, I'm happy to keep growing it as long as we keep winning.